What's up everybody, it's Jake Gordon again. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to go over 10 dropshipping products that you can sell before the end of Christmas so you can make some serious money during the end of Q4. Now you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to literally dive into stuff that I'm probably going to be selling on Google Ads. Even if you're doing Facebook ads, some of these products still will work. Also keep in mind that, when I'm selling products, I usually recommend a minimum £20 margin. Some of these products might not make sense for that. Just make sure you can source it at a good, price, and obviously make sure your shipping time's on point. If you don't know what shipping, I use, I recommend eBay. Don't use AliExpress, especially in the UK. It will bite you in the arse for sure. Without further ado, guys, let's dive into the video and let's get, these 10 products. Number one on the list is couple bracelets. Now, if you've been a dropshipper for a while, you probably remember these things back in 2015. These used to be a hot product on Facebook. Now, they're making a comeback this year, literally just because, every year they're not really a Christmas gift, let's be honest, but they're more sentimental. You can give them to your loved ones, your girlfriend, your mum, whatever, right? And they're really high perceived value. You can get these super cheap, and you can sell them for £30-40 minimum GBP margin, especially on Google and possibly Facebook as well. So these are a really great product. They always have been, and they always will be this time of the year. Super cheap, like $1 or $2 for one. Like I said, the perceived value is there. You might not even have to go to 30-40 minimum. You could probably sell these $19.99, $24.99. And be quite profitable, put them on an upsell as well, and you'll do quite well. Now, especially if we look at Google Trends here, like they're starting to peak, and like I said, they always do. And this is another thing, more people are searching, especially if you're planning to sell these in Google Ads, starting to peak, which means more people are searching for it. If you're right there in Google Ads, like I advocate, you're going to be right there serving the customer. Boom, it's a win-win situation. Number two on the list is going to be breakdown into subdivisions as well. It's Christmas clothes, whether it be ugly sweaters, all that kind of stuff. I don't know about you, but when it's Christmas in my house, we all wear like these ugly ass Christmas jumpers. Kids, mums, dads, whatever. They're such a hot topic, and nobody really thinks twice about wearing them, and it's it's really just a normal thing, especially in the UK. Now, Christmas sweaters, like I said, is number one on the list in this category. You get them in so many different variants, so many obviously different sizes. So just make sure that you are, when you're sourcing this, make sure that the sizing is all good, and make sure it's not that crappy China extra small size, right? If you're expecting a large, right? Because you don't want to be dealing with refunds, especially over Christmas. It's never a good idea. Christmas stocks, I would add these in another, subdivision of this category. For this one, the minimum margin might be hard to make sense of, just because of you obviously need to source them, and I don't know about you and me, but I probably wouldn't pay $20 for one pair of socks. So just make sure that you're keeping that in mind. You might have to go down the route of maybe an upsell, sweet upsell, Shopify, which are great, just to make up that average order value, to push that through the roof, to make sure you're profitable. You could also do stuff like leggings. Leggings are great. Leggings sell year round. I'm sure you've heard of them sports leggings that everybody keeps going crazy about. Christmas leggings as well. Nobody really talks about this kind of stuff. You can source them. Very easy. Girls love them, and yeah, it's a great gift. Christmas morning pajama sets is another one. You could always think of the whole family wearing this full set and bundle them all together. Another great thing to boost your average order value, and to get the whole family buying one set, and you boost your profits super higher. Obviously, another one is the Santa Claus outfit. That's obviously a big one. Everybody is going to have one of them, let's be honest, if you're in the hometown. And obviously COVID is kind of making it hard for that, because they're not really doing meetups and all that kind of stuff, but there's still search volume for the Santa Claus outfit, and you can make a good margin on it for sure. Now, another big one is obviously slippers. I don't know about you and me, but I usually get about 3 pairs of slippers from random aunts and uncles on Christmas. They're not really Christmas themed, let's be honest, but they obviously spike in Google search for sure around about this time of year. What I don't like about the slippers is the minimum margin. It might not make sense, and for most things, it's also very plain, very simple. It might be hard to rank competing against big brands, but I would for sure test it if you're thinking about running it. Last time on this list is Christmas hats. There's a bunch of different variants. I'll stick some on the screen. I don't really like it too much, but I just thought I'd include it. Just if you were thinking about maybe tying it into another product, you could obviously have the jumpers, the pajama set, and maybe you could upsell them a hat as a post-purchase. It might make sense. It probably will work a lot better than doing cold ads to this product. Number 3 on our list is going to be Christmas party decorations, such as lights. Down here, for example, I've got LED lights, and that's kind of stuff what I'm talking about. Also, lights for the Christmas tree and all that kind of stuff is going to work super well. Keep in mind, margins might not be great for this category, but it can always be subdivided into another niche or upsold on the back end to make more sense of the average order value. The first on the list is going to be a Christmas wall sign. I don't know about you, but especially in the UK, a lot of houses in kind of smaller kind of town areas have like these welcome kind of signs, and a lot of people do buy these. Next one, party supplies kind of stuff, like, kind of hanging things, kind of like crackers, all that stuff. I don't love this one, to be honest, just because the margin doesn't really, I like the high ticket margins, at least a minimum 20. I don't personally think you could sell this for £20 from your supplier if you can get it super cheap, which some AliExpress suppliers are doing, but delivery time doesn't look too great in them. But it's definitely a category you can, like I said, a lot of these stuff will be upsells from the kind of bigger products such as the sweaters, the Santa Claus outfit. You can upsell these items as well. You don't have to run ads to these. I still like the idea for sure. Stockings, let's be honest, I've had a stocking for the last 24 years. Stockings are there every single year. So stockings, literally every family has a stocking, even mums, dads. It's not just a kids thing. Like literally, if you have a family of 4, times that by the whole population pretty much, bar some countries obviously. In the UK especially, like pretty much every normal family has a stockings for every one of the family members, so it's a huge seller. Another one on this list I would recommend, obviously, the daddy of the Christmas tree. Now this one's a little bit tricky just because obviously there's margins that are really great, but there's also the cheap options as well, so you really need to focus on what kind of market. Do you want to go low tier, do you want to go middle tier, or do you want to go high tier? So I would say focus on one. For me personally, you know what I'm choosing a high tier because I love the high profit margins. So focus on that. But there's going to be a lot of low ticket sellers there as well, so just keep that in mind. Another one on this list will be Christmas pillow covers. Don't love it, to be honest. Again, it's a very, very cheap item. I don't know if I can make sense of it for selling it at my minimum margin, but it's definitely a cool little item. And if you had maybe a kind of niche store around this product, email marketing, upsell them, all that kind of stuff. It's just free money at the end of the day with free sales. So I would recommend that for sure to add, maybe not run ads on. All right, number 4 on this list is going to be mini projectors. Now I'm sure you've seen the classic yellow and kind of white one. I've had a one product store in this. It did pretty well a couple of years ago. But keep in mind, all the families getting together, everybody's coming around. These are a great cheap item compared to the the big brand competitors at £500 in my country. You can get these for £20 to £30, and you can sell them for $79.99, $89.99, and you can completely dominate, especially on Google. I'm not sure about Facebook, but especially Google, you can dominate just on the search volume, just the high competitors. You want to make sure it's the same quality though. You want to make sure your delivery time's all good and your supplier is good, because it is an electric item. And you don't want to be sending them broken stuff. All right, probably the most profitable product this year, which is fitness stuff in general, and especially this time of year, loads of people are going to be doing their 2021 New Year's resolutions. I know I am, but I never do it. But there's going to be a lot of people buying fitness products. Fitness products are going to be huge. I'm honestly thinking about doing another niche store. I've got 5 stores right now, so I don't know if I can have 6. Well, I can, but it's just a lot of work, right? But it's definitely the best time of year to start a kind of niche, fitness kind of store. It always works. It's rinse and repeat. I can't recommend it enough. And there's many subdivided products you can do, many upsells you can do for the cheaper items. It's a great time of the year to start a fitness kind of niche product. A fitness kind of niche store. Number 1 on this list is going to be resistance bands. These are great. I especially use them right now during COVID. Can't get to the gym and any of that kind of stuff. So I use them around. You can tie them to desks. I can tie them to this desk, that desk that the camera's on. I can tie them to the stairs. I can tie them to the doors. They're great equipment just for if you can't get to the gym. A lot of gym junkies out there, trust me. They need this kind of stuff, especially during COVID, and especially during the new year, where a lot of people, maybe some overweight people, are scared to go to the gym. They want to kind of lose that initial, fat, for example, and then they want to start diving into the gym. This is a great idea to get them confident, and a lot of people will, the spike on this search is going to be huge. So recommend having a look at it for sure. Bike peddler, my mum personally is a good example for this. She buys one of these every year. If it's not a treadmill, she's buying one of these bike peddlers, right? And she'll do it while she's watching TV. It never lasts till February, but she buys one every year. So just from personal experience, I would recommend older kind of people are going to buy this, 30s, 40s, 50s, just for sitting at home, new year, new you. They'll give up for sure, which is fine. We still will make the money on the sale, but it's definitely going to spike up for sure. Same kind of product, cardio, stepper. There's a bunch of these. Margin on all these are going to be great, by the way. They're definitely going to beat that minimum £20. So that's another good product you could add. Famous ab roller. I've never believed in these, but they're great. A lot of younger people, I would say, would use this. Not really the older people. Yeah, ab roller. I don't believe they work, but they definitely do sell. one of my favorite products, and I'm still selling this currently right now in one of my general stores. I really need to do a one product store. I've just not had the time. The ab stimulator. Let's be honest, does it work? It's kind of sketchy. It sells a lot on Snapchat and a lot of Instagram, a lot of influencer shit on it. But on Google search, dude, like it's so easy to sell this. But yeah, this is going to spike up in sales for sure. I'm honestly thinking about doing a one product store in this. I've got it in a general store. I really want to scale it, but I've got too many stores. So if you've not done this, I would add this product immediately to whatever store you're doing, as long as you're not doing a pet store or something like that. Create a new store. This product's going to sell to the moon. And also as well, it's got a nice margin. Like you can get this super cheap, and if you structure it right with the landing page and make it look professional, you can sell this really high. All right, number 6 on the list is Christmas wine kind of stuff, right? I personally love wine. There's a lot of stuff you can do with wine, and it's a really good niche to get into. Personally, I've always wanted to do a store in wine as well, like wine kind of gadgets and all that kind of stuff. Never had the time, but it's a great niche to dive into. Christmas wine bottle covers, same again. I see this all the time, especially my family. Like my grand's always got one of these. I don't know why, but they look cool. Don't know about the margin if you'll be able to make sense of it, but definitely look at it for sure. Like I said, it might be an upsell, opportunity. Christmas wine glasses in general, like these are another great product. Really good product. Also wine bottle stoppers, tie into that as well. Just like the Christmas, it'll just connect really well. Toys, probably going to be the biggest seller in this list is toys. Me personally, I've been trying to add a lot of kids kind of toys in my general store, just because the searches are going through the roof. There's so many different toys you can get off eBay and AliExpress, depends where you're sourcing. There's just a lot of opportunity for mums and dads searching for toys, and if you can get it ranking, especially on Google, it's a really great seller. Parents buy for their children. Let's be honest, that's the number one thing on their list. As long as it's not a PS5 and the family's like kind of rich, basic toys are going to work super well. And I've got a bunch of lists we can go over. RC helicopters, number 1 on this list. I've personally sold it many times in the past around this year. I need to add it to my store right now. I've just not had the time, but it's a great product. There's many different variations, so just make sure that you choose the best ones that you want to go for. You can go high ticket, medium ticket. You can definitely hit your £20 a minimum spread, and it's a good product to advocate. Check out how they peaked literally last year. According to Google Trends, you can see it's just very spiky, but it definitely does peak around this time. Plush dolls. I've never personally looked into these, but I did see them recently. I know a lot of little girls will be asking their mum and dads for this. I don't personally know too much about them. I need to look at how much you can sell them for, but if you've got the time and effort, you definitely want to look into these because these always spike as well. Google Trends, for example, look at this line right here. This line just peaks up at this time, so that means more people are searching for it. If you're especially on Google, you can get right in front of them. Just serve the customer the plush toys, make the landing page nice and clean. You're going to absolutely kill it with this product. Toys, robots. One of my personal favorites. I've got currently a couple of these selling right now, especially this blue one. You can sell them for really high margin. The margin's insane. They're such a good little product, but you want to make sure the supplier is good. I remember on my very first general store when I started to scale this product, I was using AliExpress. I'm not blaming AliExpress, but just half the toys were arriving broken, so all my margin was just being shot in refunds, chargebacks. So yeah, you want to make sure electric items are actually working, your supplier is good, make sure they've got good reviews, because this is a great product to start scaling. Construction sets, toys like kind of diggers and that kind of stuff, always will sell. Same kind of niche as the kind of robots, just depends what the kid wants. Heck, he might even want two, so you can maybe have an upsell with that as well. But great margins and great toys. Kids play tents, kind of party tents, there's so many variants of these. Same again, just make sure the shipping's good because they're quite big, but they're obviously squashed up when they're thinking. Make sure their supplier's good, don't want to get holes in, all that kind of stuff. Usually ranging from about $25 and up. You can sell them for a lot higher than that if you get your market right and you get your product page right. But yeah, it's a good product to sell. Christmas pet products. You can dress this little one up nice and easily. No, all jokes aside, like Christmas pet products are great. People love their dogs. Obviously, I know a lot of my friends are obsessed with their dogs. And yeah, Christmas pet products are great. You get stuff like bandanas. I don't really agree with the margin. Like the margin might be pretty crap, but I know the search volume is going to be there. So if you can maybe introduce a bundle upsell, you can maybe get this one dressed up really nicely in 3-4 different colors. So bundle upsell because the margin might not be great in this product. Christmas pet sweaters. I don't know about you, but especially with this one, like we've bought him like so many blooming pet sweaters, right? He's got so many upstairs. He had even stuff for Halloween, a little pumpkin. But Christmas pet sweaters are great. Like I said, people love their dogs. People don't care about the price. They'll pay it just to get this one dressed up, let's be honest, on Christmas Day. Christmas pet costume. Same again as the one before. People want to dress them up for whatever reason. I don't know why, but people want to dress them up. So yeah, exact same reason before. So many things you could, Father Christmas, like elves, whatever. Add them all. Christmas pet hat. So many different variants. Same again. Yeah, just make sure it makes sense with the margin. This one, it might be a little bit too cheap, but it's a great product to sell. Christmas pet collars. Same again, we're dressing them up. I don't know about the margin. Same again with this one. It might not make sense, but like I said, upsells are going to work so amazing. You don't have to do a post-purchase. You can do like an email, post-purchase, SMS bump, post-purchase as well. If they buy like the main kind of ticket might be, let's just say the main ticket was the Christmas pet jumper. Boom, if you offer them, the pet hat. Boom, if you offer them the pet collar. Now your average order values maybe went from $40 to $80. All right, let's get rid of this one. Whew. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this video, please leave a like. This is a long ass list that I had to go out and create and find and edit so that it makes sense. So if you like this video, give it a like, please. Christmas kitchen products. People love their kitchens. Be very careful with this. I remember one day back in the day, I was trying to sell like these really high expensive knives. Google don't like knives, same with Facebook. So just make sure there's nothing like knives kind of stuff you're selling. You don't want to get your account banned. Especially this time of the year, you do not want to get accounts banned. So just make sure you're not adding anything like sharp, dangerous kind of items because they're super strict, especially on Google recently. Facebook probably, I don't know about Facebook too much to be honest, but all famous wooden rolling pin. Remember these back in the day, like they sell every year as well. I just do not like the margin. The margin doesn't make sense. But like I said, it might be an upsell, it might be an advocate you can dive into. It's a high spike in product. It always gets searches super well. So yeah, see if it makes sense with the margin and you'll be good. Coffee mug, I'm sure everybody's got a mug. I've got Upteen mugs. They're great, obviously. And like I said, it's just the same like the sweaters on family. Like every family seems to have like Christmas mugs that always come out at the time of the year. Obviously, more people are buying them every single year because they've been the old ones or they get lost. So yeah, people don't really care about the price too much. Like they'll buy it obviously for the special occasion. So find a good one, find a couple of variants, snowman, Santa, elves, whatever, they'll all sell. Christmas apron, my mum seems to always have one of these, I don't know why, but yeah, she cracks out every year, she buys a new one every year, so, if she's looking for it, I know millions of people are looking for it every time of year, so, make sure you source a good one, make sure the sizes are okay, well, one size will fit all, I don't know what I'm talking about, but great product to sell. Every family seems to have one of these, most families, but yeah, it's a good product. I found a Christmas table runner, I don't know if I agree with this, it's a great product, obviously, but the margin, I don't know, like people would probably just not buy it from like a dropshipping store, to be honest. I don't know if I like it, but it's there anyways. Last on this list is going to be blankets in general. Christmas blankets you can do, but there used to be these big fur, and there still is, I don't know why I'm saying used to be, there used to be these big fur blankets that can sell super high ticket, these big kind of knitted blankets. I used to sell them years ago, they work really well. There's so many, the problem is there's so many different colors, so many different sizes. Like there's literally like 30-40 different sizes. I'll try and find an image on the screen and show you what they look like. I'm sure you guys remember, but the problem with them is there's so many sizes, but the good thing about them is there's so many potential with profit. You can sell them really high ticket and they work really well. A lot of people will buy 2-3 of them, and yeah, it's a really high ticket product, and you can get it super cheap, such as eBay and AliExpress if you want to go down that route, and yeah, they're a great product. That concludes it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some inspiration, and not only that, like go out and take action. Don't just watch this video just to be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Go out and add these products to your store, the ones that make sense. You don't have to add them all, there's a lot, but yeah, you want to be testing some of these Christmas products. Like you only get this shot one opportunity of the year, obviously, and now we're in December, so you want to make sure you're seasoning your accounts, get them all nice and smart so they start to get conversions, and then scale to the moon, because obviously these products aren't going to work January, February, March. Like nobody's going to be looking for that kind of stuff anymore. So make sure you test them out, take action, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe if you did. If you didn't, tell me why, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.